Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So, good evening, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got a big decode for you here. Today we're going to cover Squid Game 2, full decode. This decode is 3 years in the making. Of course, I decoded Squid Game Season 1 3 years ago. And we've been waiting for Squid Game 2. It's finally out. And the numbers are off the charts. You're not going to believe what I'm about to show you. But yeah, should be a good show. Probably going to be a longer show today. I have over 60 slides for you. And yeah, get comfortable today because it's going to be a good one. So let me check in with the chat and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey David, hey Simple Dude, hey Patrick, hey Joanna, hey Mariana. Hope you guys are doing well. Guys, do me a favor, when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. It helps out the algorithm and it also helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. So if you have a Facebook or a Twitter or a YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that share button right now and let's get it out there. Hey Katie. Alright, we got some people in here. We'll go ahead and get started. You guys ready? I've been watching this show all morning. It came out at 3 a.m. this morning. I didn't start that early, but I started around, I think it was around 8 a.m. But I've been watching it for 7 hours straight, 7 episodes, and I was putting it together the whole time. And again, you're not going to believe this one. Hey Sue, good to see you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. Alright guys, give me 1 second to get all set up and then we will get started. Alright guys, well, if you haven't heard of Squid Game before, Squid Game is one of the biggest shows in the world. Alright? So it's kind of a big deal. And before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of background before we get started on the new information. All right, we're going to lay the foundation here. So guys, we're going to be breaking this down today, all by the numbers, using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. All right, guys, before I get started, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know if the screen looks okay. And let me know if you can hear me okay before we get started here. Let me know. And guys, as you come in, please hit that like button. Very much appreciated. Alright guys, so the show Squid Game. We're going to start with the number 456, okay? If you've never heard of Squid Game, it's a show about 456 players competing for 45.6 billion Korean won, all right? And they're competing through children's games, okay? So the whole show is focused around the number 456, okay? 456 players competing for 45.6 billion Korean won. And by the way, there's going to be all kinds of spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to find out what happens in Squid Game 2, I hate to tell you to turn this video off because you're going to want to see it. But that's up to you if you want to know what happens in Squid Game 2. I'm not going to give away the whole plot, but I am going to talk a lot about the show, obviously. But yeah, heads up. There's going to be spoilers everywhere. Okay? So, spoiler alert. Season 1, the winner of Season 1 was player number 456. This guy down here. All right? So this is player 456. He's the winner of Game 1. And in Season 2, he decides to go back into the game to try to end the game. So that's basically the plot of Season 2. He wants to put an end to the game. So he puts himself in the game to try to do that, okay? So long story short, the show is all about the 456 players competing for 45.6 billion Korean won. Well, in the show, player number 456, his name is Seung Gi-hun. And notice in Jewish gematria, Seung Gi-hun equals 456. Okay, so what are the odds of that? Player number 456, he's the winner, right? The whole show is about him. Season 1 and 2, it's all about Seung Gi-hun. His name equals 456. The show is all about 456 players and 45.6 billion Korean won. So that right there should raise some eyebrows, right? That's kind of fishy, don't you think? The show all about 456. The key piece of the whole show, his name equals 456, okay? All right, I think we can all understand that. Well, guess what? Not only does Seung Gi-hun equal 456, but Gi-hun by itself, which is what they call him throughout the whole show, they call him Gi-hun, his name equals 456. Now, what are the odds of that? Right? So Gi-hun equals 456. Seung Gi-hun equals 456. He's player 456. Now, we got some big news here this month in December. It was December 14th, 2024. Han Duck-soo, the new president of South Korea. Remember the old President Yoon, he tried to do the martial law thing, right? That didn't go over well, so they impeached him, right? So they impeached the president just 2 weeks. By the way, this is South Korea, right? The show Squid Game comes out of South Korea. This is my point. Squid Game is a show that comes out of South Korea. South Korea just got a new president less than 2 weeks before Squid Game Season 2 came out. Look at his name, Han Duck-soo. It equals 456 and the same cipher as Seung Gi-hun, 456. This is real-life Squid Game. So South Korea gets a new president right before Squid Game, and his name equals 456 in the same cipher as Seung Gi-hun. Now, just in case you think that's a coincidence, when I did this decode, I said, I wonder if we go back 456 days before Squid Game Season 1 came out, if we would land on the birthday of the new president. And sure enough, we did. Okay, Squid Game Season 1 came out September 17th, 2021. And if you go back 456 days before it came out, you land on June 18th. Well, June 18th is the birthday of Han Duck-soo, the new president, whose name equals 456. But wait, there's more. Because when this happened, we got this news on December 14th. And remember, in the show, Squid Game, player number 456, Seung Gi-hun, he has a birthday. His birthday is October 31st. All right? So we got this news about the new president exactly 45 weeks and 6 days before the birthday of player number 456, whose name equals 456. Okay? So what a perfect day for it to be in the news, right? 45 weeks and 6 days before the birthday of player 456. 45 weeks and 6 days, like 456, right? Well, guess what? If you think that's a coincidence, Squid Game Season 1 came out September 17th, 2021. That means Squid Game Season 1 came out 45 weeks and 6 days after the birthday of player number 456. Are you kidding me? Now, how does this all connect to the Antichrist? Barack Obama, because I've been telling you guys Obama's the Antichrist for the last 5 years. I did this decode on Squid Game about 3 years ago, and I told you back then the whole thing was connected to Obama. Well, wait till you see all the new connections I found in Season 2. But anyways, here's the big connection to Obama. Squid Game Season 1 came out 45 weeks and 6 days before Obama's birthday. There's the 456 connected to Obama. Squid Game Season 1 came out 45 weeks and 6 days before Obama's birthday. Well, if you think that's a coincidence, think again, because President Barack Hussein Obama just happens to equal 456. And what if I told you, when Obama announced he was running for president, that was on February 10th, 2007. And when Obama announced he was running for president, he was 45 years and 6 months old, 456. But more specifically, he was 45 years, 6 months, and 6 days old, 4566, right? Strong's 4566 is Satan, right? And remember all the connections with Obama and Satan. If you listen to his slogan backwards, yes we can, you'll hear thank you Satan, right? And remember Luke 10:18 says, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning, Bama, the height. So, Barack Obama literally means lightning from the heights, just like Luke 10:18, the verse about Satan. By the way, we're about to talk about 10:18 connected to Obama in just a second. But anyways, a little bit more on the 456. Not only is President Barack Hussein Obama 456, but Barack H. Obama is also 456. And also, the birthday of the actor who plays number 456. This is the actor who plays him, Lee Jung-jae, all right? The real actor's birthday is December 15th, which means Seung-gi Hun's fictional birthday, right, of October 31st, 1974, right? That means the fictional birthday of Seung-gi Hun is 45 weeks and 6 days after the actor's birthday who plays him. I mean, at what point is this just impossible for all of it to be a coincidence? And one more thing on the 456. You remember when Joe Biden, who was Obama's front man, remember Squid Game is all about the front man, we'll get to that later, but remember when Obama's front man, Joe Biden, remember when he fell off the bike 456 days after he fell down the stairs of Air Force One, right? And notice June 18th, that's when he fell off the bike. That's the birthday of the new president of South Korea, whose name equals 456. All right? So that's a lot to be a coincidence. Now, I just talked about the 1018 with Obama, right? Well, back to the new president of South Korea, Han Duck-soo, we got that news on December 14th, which means we got that news 10 months and 18 days before the birthday of player 456. Okay? So 10:18, why does that matter? Luke 10:18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barak means lightning. Bama means the heights, like heaven. All right? So there's one connection to 10:18. Well, the first season of Squid Game came out September 17th, 2021. That was 10 months and 18 days after the birthday of player number 456. And if you think that's a coincidence, guess what? Squid Game Season 1 just happened to come out 10 months and 18 days before Obama's birthday. 10:18. Like Event 201 on 10:18, and wait till you see the connection I found with the number 201 in Squid Game 2. We'll get to that shortly. But so far, we've covered the 456 and the 1018. We're still laying the groundwork, all right? Now, also, when we got that news about the new president, that was 4 months and 11 days after Obama's birthday. Notice Squid Game equals 411. That news also came 133 days after Obama's birthday. Notice South Korea is 133 and President 133. I'm telling you guys, that whole thing was lined up to Obama. You know, South Korea getting a new president whose name equals 456 right before Squid Game comes out. How does it line up so perfect to Obama? South Korea got a new president. They both equal 133. It happened 133 days after Obama's birthday. Right? Also, the new president of South Korea, Han Duck-soo, whose name equals 456, remember. He was born June 18th, 1949. Look at the actor who plays Seung-gi-hun, player 456. He was born December 15th, 1972, which means they were born exactly 1,226 weeks apart. Kind of like 1226. Well, what came out today? What came out today on 12/26? Was it Squid Game Season 2? It sure was. How do you explain that one? By the way, not only does Han Duck-soo equal 456, but his name is also 666, the number of the beast. Now, for some new information. This is Squid Game Season 2, right here. So, in Season 2, long story short, player 456, he's trying to get back into the game, all right? And to get back into the game, he's trying to find the recruiter. They know the recruiter likes to hang out in the subway stations to try to recruit people for the game, all right? So, Seung-gi-hun, player 456, he's paying these guys here to try to track down the recruiter, okay? And he says, tell me your location so I can come meet you guys. All right, so they first spot the recruiter here in Jonggak Station. All right, notice Jonggak Station equals 163, like Barack Hussein Obama is 163. Then, in another scene, Seung-gi-hun, player 456, he's talking to another person who is working for him, all right? And this person's trying to help him track down a person stuck in North Korea, all right? Long story short, he says if you want to find him, all right, say Biok's little brother, this is where he's at. So long story short, Seung-gi-hun hands him a piece of paper, and of course it's got the numbers 229 and 32 right next to each other, which stood out to me because, of course, Barack Obama equals 229 and 32. So I thought that was pretty interesting, right? Got the 229 and the 32 right there, which is Barack Obama. 229 and 32. Now back to when they got the new president. Okay, that was December 14th. That was 44 days after the birthday of player 456. 44 days. All right, they impeached the president. Notice impeached equals 44. They impeached the president and they got a new one. Okay, December 14th. That was 44 days after the birthday of player 456. Why does the 44 matter? Well, several reasons. Number one, when Squid Game came out, the first season, it came out 44 days before the birthday of player 456. What's up with the 44? Guys, Barack Obama was the 44th U.S. president, right? And what if I told you Squid Game Season 1 came out 44 days after Obama's birthday? I mean, wow. Squid Game Season 1 came out September 17th, 2021. Obama's birthday, August 4th. Squid Game Season 1 came out 44 days after Obama's birthday. And Squid Game Season 2 came out today, 44 weeks before the birthday of Player 456. Now this is from Squid Game Season 2. Seung-gi-hun wakes up. Remember, he put himself in the Squid Game, all right, to try to stop it. He wakes up, all right, this is the first thing he sees when he gets back in the Squid Game. He opens his eyes, he rolls over, and he sees number 44 looking right at him. Now, yeah, it is a woman, right, but it is number 44. Okay, so we've got all these 44s connected already. And then you're telling me player 456, he rolls over, and out of 456 players, he happens to see number 44. Right? What are the odds? Now, throughout Squid Game Season 2, we see player 44 often together with player 149. This is like a sweet old lady in the game. By the way, her son is also in the game. All right. But throughout the whole show, we often see player 44 with player 149. Why does that matter? Well, Obama's number 44, right? And Antichrist is 149. And remember, Obama's birthday is the day leaving 149 days left in the year, right? Don't forget, his birthday is also the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. But we're always talking about number 44 and the number 149. How interesting that they were together several times in the show. Okay? Antichrist 149. Now, another spoiler alert. There's supposed to be, I believe, 6 games total in Squid Game. Throughout the whole season of Season 2, they only get through 3 of them. Okay, there's going to be a Season 3, for the record. But anyways, there's this scene here. All right, this is the final game they play in Season 2. It's called Mingle. And in the game, there's basically a spinning platform, and they play music. When the music stops, they shout out a number. All right, it's either 10 or 6 or 4. And whatever number they say, you have to get in a group of that number and then run into a room. Anybody that doesn't get in a group or anyone who doesn't make it in a room gets eliminated. All right, taken out. Killed. Okay, so my point, all right, as soon as they start this game, 10 players run into room number 44. Hello. And guess who runs in there with them? Yeah, that's right, player number 44. The one I talked about. Remember when he rolls over, he sees number 44? So, long story short, 44 obviously pretty connected to Obama, right? He's number 44. So, it says right here, I see it. The light green one. Go, 44, room 44. All right, so there's another connection to Obama. And then look at all the players that end up in room 44. Several numbers that we talk about connected to Obama. You got player number 44 in there, right? We've established that connection. You got player 456 who ends up in room 44. You got player number 149. Remember, Antichrist is 149. And then you got player number 222. My favorite number. Player number 222 winds up in there. And wait till you see how many days today is from Obama's birthday. But anyways, let's move on. So, we talk about all these numbers, long story short. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, equals 222. We're going to talk a lot more about the 222 in a second. But it's just interesting. I talk about all these numbers all the time in connection to Obama, and all these players just happen to line up or, get together in room 44. What are the odds? So this is one of the main characters of the show. He's a police officer, and his brother is actually the front man who runs the whole thing. But anyways, I want you to see his name. Hwang Jun-ho. Perfect match to Antichrist in 3 out of the 4. Here I am telling you the show's all about the Antichrist. This guy's like, you know, the second or third biggest star in the show, and his name equals Antichrist in 3 ciphers. The show comes out today, December 26th, right? It came out today 144 days after Obama's birthday. Antichrist Barack Obama equals 144. I mean, that's pretty wild, right? On top of all the other connections to Obama, the show comes out 144 days after Obama's birthday. Antichrist Barack Obama, 144. Now, remember this story that came out after Squid Game Season 1 came out. We had the story of the giant squid that washed ashore where? In Obama, Japan. Look at that. Right after Squid Game Season 1 came out, we had this story of a giant squid in Obama, Japan. Well, look at the gematria of giant squid. It's a perfect match to Antichrist. How about that? So giant squid equals Antichrist, and it happened in Obama, Japan. Well, it happened on April 20th, 2022. That's when the giant squid washed ashore in Obama, Japan. That happened 216 days after Squid Game came out. And 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, and Obama was born on the 216th day of the year. And then giant squid is also 726, that huge number with Obama. President Obama equals 726, like giant squid. Antichrist equals 726. Fallen angel Obama, the king of Babylon, yes we can. Affordable Care Act, Revelation, they all equal 726. Affordable Care Act came from Obama. Yes we can, Obama's slogan, right? Squid Game and Barack Obama up for Emmys at the same time. And Squid Game was up for 14 nominations. Obama equals 14. Now, this was a very interesting part of the show because a new twist in Season 2 that they've never done before, another spoiler alert, after every game, they're now giving the players the option to take a vote. And if they vote to leave, they can divide the money that's left amongst themselves. So after every game this year, there's a vote. And they just happen to show the vote during the first vote when it's 181 to 181. Now, of all the numbers you could show there, right, what are the odds they would show the 181 when Barack Obama equals 181 and Obama's full name equals 181? How about that? 181 to 181 after the first vote. Barack Obama, 181. Barack Hussein Obama II, 181. Now, when it's time to vote for the 181, this is the guy that gets it there. All right, he gets it to the 181, which we've just connected to the Antichrist, right? Well, while he's voting, his mother is in the background yelling at him that he better vote right? And if we zoom in, you'll see his mother is player number 149. And again, Antichrist equals 149. So as the vote is at 181 to 181, which is Barack Obama, you got number 149 telling him you better vote right, which is Antichrist. And again, Obama's birthday the day, leaving 149 days left in the year. Now, I want to make a point here. Not only does number 44 hang out with number 149 a lot in the show, but number 149 is, besides her son, right? This is her son right here. Besides her son, she's probably closest to the number 222. Okay? This is player number 222, a huge part of the show. What are the odds? All the numbers I talk about were a huge part of the show. The 222, the 149, the 44, the 201, as you're going to see. But anyways, my point, throughout the whole show, we often see 149 with 222. They're best friends in the show, probably because she's like an elderly, sweet old lady, right? And player number 222 is pregnant, all right? She's actually pregnant in the show, player 222. So why does it matter? All right, remember, Antichrist is 149. What about 222? All right, so Antichrist is 149. How about 222? The Antichrist, Barack Obama, equals 222. Okay? Well, what if I told you Squid Game Season 2 came out today, 222 days before Obama's birthday. And probably the biggest new star of the new season is player number 222. All right? Now remember, I told you guys years ago, Squid Game was all connected to Obama. I've said from day one, Obama's the Antichrist, right? And what are the odds? 3 years later, I decode Squid Game 2, and it's all connected to Obama again. Maybe Obama's really the Antichrist. What do you think? So yeah, Obama's birthday, August 4th. Squid Game 2 came out today, December 26th. Today's 222 days before Obama's birthday. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. Antichrist system, 222. Here's the poster for Squid Game Season 2. As you see, they got player number 222 right there, right behind player 456. All right? And again, two of the biggest numbers we talk about with Obama, the 456 and the 222. Well, if you were on the fence about anything this whole decode, right, you should definitely hit the like button on this one. Because what if I told you the newest star of Squid Game, player number 222, who's on the cover, what if I told you her name in the show is Kim Jun-hee, which is a perfect match in every cipher to Squid Game. Kim Jun-hee is a perfect match to Squid Game. She's player number 222. Notice Kim Jun-hee is also a perfect match to Freemason. The motto of the Freemasons, order out of chaos, equals 222. So yeah, Kim Jun-hee is a perfect match to Squid Game and Freemason. And she's player number 222. And Squid Game comes out today, 222 days before Obama's birthday. Wow. This is the same Obama who tested positive for the Wuhan coronavirus in the year 2022, 222 days after his birthday. Remember that? Remember when Obama tested positive 222 days after his birthday? Wuhan coronavirus 222 declared a pandemic exactly 222 months after 9/11, the first U.S. case, 222 days from Trump's birthday. Notice the pandemic simulation was called Event 201, which equals 222. Which leads me to my next point, and perhaps one of the biggest finds of the whole decode. Okay? So I told you guys, make sure you pay attention to this part right here. I told you guys after Season 1, in Season 1, after the first game, there's 201 players left in the game. All right? After the first game, Season 1, there's 201 players left. Okay? Now, the host of the game is player number 001. Notice it's not just player 1 or 01. It's 2 zeros and a 1. Kind of like 201. Get it? Kind of like 201, event 201. So anyway, he's 001, 2 zeros and a 1. That's the host. Now this year, player 001 is actually the front man. The front man goes into the game this year. Okay? So check it out. After the first game of Season 1, 201 players successfully move on. Okay? The Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, equals 201. That Old Serpent, 201. King of Babylon, Barack Obama, 201. Okay, you ready for this? Are you ready for this, guys? I couldn't believe it when I saw this. After the first 2 games of this season, 201 players are eliminated after 2 games. In the first game, 91 are killed. In the second game, 110 are killed. 91 plus 110 is 201. And that's why it says right here, bringing the total prize money to 20.1 billion won. 201 in your face. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying here? 201, huge number, right? Don't forget the Jesuit Order 201. The full name of the Pope equals 201. He lives in Suite 201. Event 201. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. In Squid Game Season 1, 201 players moved on after the first game. In Season 2, 201 players are eliminated after the first 2 games. Now, they couldn't be so obvious, right, to do it after the first game, so they did it after the first 2 this year. After the first 2 games, 91 killed in the first, second game 110. That's 201. All right? That's why there's 255 players left. Over here, 255 were eliminated. So do you see what I'm saying? It's the same numbers but flipped. They did the same numbers as they did in Season 1, but they flipped it. And the point is the 201, guys. It's like one of the biggest numbers I talk about on this channel is the number 201. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying here. Okay? After Season 1, after the first game, they have 201 players left. The guy that hosts the game, he's player number 201. 001. The Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. That Old Serpent, which is another name for the devil, 201. King of Babylon, Barack Obama, 201. Now, in Season 2, after 2 games, 201 players are eliminated, bringing the total prize money to 20.1 billion won. Guys, they did it again. They put the 201 in Squid Game. Again. So, that's pretty crazy. 201. Unreal. Now, more confirmation that the 201 is important here. Remember, we just had a pandemic simulation called Preparing for Disease X. That was held January 17th, 2024. That was held 201 days before Obama's birthday. And remember, Event 201 was held on 10/18. 10/18, the verse connected to Obama, right? Not only did Preparing for Disease X come out 201 days before Obama's birthday, but Preparing for Disease X was also held exactly... Sorry, guys. Somebody's messaging me here. But Preparing for Disease X... Hold on. Sorry. He must not know I'm live, this guy. But Preparing for Disease X also came out 201 weeks exactly after COVID was declared a pandemic. Look at that. Preparing for Disease X was held January 17th, 2024. That was exactly 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic. And it was also 201 days from Obama's birthday. We had Event 201. The main sponsor of that was William Henry Gates, which equals 201. The full name of the Pope, the Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis. His name is Jorge Mario Bergoglio, which equals 201. He lives in suite number 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201. Ignatius of Loyola equals 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit order. See, the Jesuit order 201. And don't forget, the Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. And the Guidestones are built under the alias R.C. Christian, which is a perfect match to Pope Francis. So the 201, huge number. All right. So for them to mention the 201 in Season 1 and in Season 2, I don't think that's a coincidence, guys. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, one more thing about the 201. This is the director of Squid Game, Hwang Dung Hayek. If you Google his name, you'll get this image, and what do you see behind him? Just happens to be a number 201, right? And he's the director of the show with the 201s everywhere. So back to when they're looking for the recruiter, all right, they find him in a park. It's called Tap Gull Park. And Tap Gull Park is 153 and 54, like Jesuit order is 153 and 54. This is the front man, and his character name is Hwang In-ho. All right, remember, he's the brother of the police officer. Notice his name, Hwang In-ho, 54 and 144, like Jesuit order is 54 and 144. And in one of the games, I believe it's the second game, which is like a series of mini games, and here he is in the show, and Seung Gi-hun doesn't know he's the front man because he's always got the mask on. So anyways, there's a bunch of mini games, and the front man says he'll take the spinning top. Well, look at the gematria on spinning top. 153, 144, and 54, like Jesuit order, is 153, 144, and 54. And remember, this is the same guy right here, Hwang In-ho. He's got the 144 and the 54 in his name, like spinning top, right? So what are the odds he picks spinning top? Frontman. All right, he goes by Frontman also in the show. And Frontman, here's where we start to get into the connections to Freemasonry. Frontman is 115 and 43, Lucifer 115, 43, Freemasons 115 and 43. All right, you're going to see a lot of connections to Freemasonry. The last episode of Season 2 is called Friend or Foe, which has the 115 and the 56, like Freemasons is 115 and 56. And remember, we just talked about the 115 here. Frontman has the 115 like Freemasons, 115 like Friend or Foe. Okay, so Friend or Foe is the last episode. It equals Freemasons in 2 ciphers. And a big number we talk about with the Freemasons, also the Jesuits, is the number 56. So this is at the beginning of Season 2. The guys that Seung Gi-hun has hired to track down the, what's his name? The recruiter, okay? Long story short, the recruiter catches these guys and he makes them play a game of Russian roulette, okay? And only one of them is going to survive. And in the first part of the Russian roulette, he says, let's just put 1 bullet in the chamber, and your odds of survival are a whopping 5 and 6. So there's your 56, right? 5 and 6. Then he says, let's switch it up. Let's put 5 bullets in, right? And now your odds are 5 in 6 of not surviving, right? So anyways, you got a double 56 there, right? 5 and 6. One way and the other way. Long story short, Freemasons equals 56. Society of Jesus 56. That's the official name of the Jesuits, right? Well, there's also this scene in episode 6 where they count how many people left have a circle. The people that have a circle want to keep going and don't want to end the game. And he says he counted them all, and there's 56. So there's another 56 in the show. Again, Freemasons and Society of Jesus equals 56. Well, the whole show is about player 456. His name is Seung Gi Hun, right? Notice Seung Gi Hun has the 56 like Freemasons. Seung Gi Hun is also 43 like Freemasons 43. Masonic equals 43. Now, speaking of Masonry, they show this during the second vote. They just happen to show it tied 33 to 33, right? So there's the 33 right in your face. Of course, Masonry equals 33. The highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree, right? So yeah, at one point during the second vote, they show you that the vote is tied 33 to 33. The last game they play in Season 2 is called Mingle, and that's the game where they're on the moving platform, and then when the music stops, they got to get with their group into a room, right? If they don't get into the room, they're eliminated, or if they have the wrong number of people in the room, they get eliminated. And that's what happens right here. As they're playing Mingle, all right, and Mingle equals 33, like Masonry, they just happen to eliminate room 33. Room 33 gets eliminated during Mingle. Look at that. Mingle equals 33. They're talking about room 33. And let's not forget our friend, player 456. His first game in Squid Game was the 33rd Squid Game. Right there. That was Season 1. That was the 33rd Squid Game. So this is the deciding vote here after the first game and the first vote. It's actually player number 001, the front man, who cast this vote to stay in the game. That's his whole point of coming into the game. Seung Gi Hun's trying to get people to leave. He's trying to get people to stay because he's the front man, right? So anyways, his vote to get people to stay, this is the last vote. It's vote number 183, which is Order Out of Chaos, 183. And then remember, in reverse, Order Out of Chaos is 222. Like player number 222's her name's a perfect match to Freemason. Remember? So the bottom picture is from Season 1. Remember I showed you the black and white checkerboard floor in Season 1 with the triangle, right? Well, this is Season 2 right here. You have Seung Gi Hun riding in a limo, and he's talking through this pig, like a speaker, to the front man, all right? And notice what the pig is standing on. The black and white checkerboard floor, right there. So both seasons, 1 and 2, showed us the black and white checkerboard floor. And why wouldn't they, when Squid Game is a perfect match to Freemason? And remember, who are the people running the show? The people that are in the secret societies, the higher-ups with the gold face masks on. They're watching this for enjoyment. That's the whole point. The Squid Game is to entertain the rich rulers of the world. Those in the secret societies, right? And Squid Game is a perfect match to Freemason. So, how do you explain that? And then again, just wanted to remind you, player number 222, right? She's the biggest star of Season 2, and her name's a perfect match to Freemason. And Order Out of Chaos equals 222. That's the Freemason motto. But yeah, Kim Jun-hee, perfect match to Squid Game and Freemason. And then also, I thought it was interesting, this is in episode 1. Seung Gi-hun finds out he's been marked. He's been chipped. So that's very interesting. He finds it and digs it out. It's a RFID chip under his skin. Kind of like, Mark of the Beast technology. And then, after 201 players have been eliminated, they vote to have one more game. And one more game equals 666, the number of the beast. Alright guys, that is it. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support is very much appreciated. This is my full-time job and I am not monetized by YouTube, so thank you very much to everyone who does support. It's very much appreciated. Now, don't worry if you came in late, because I know it's going to take a little bit, but we're going to do a quick recap of this whole thing, all right? And if I'm going too fast for you, you might just have to go back and watch the first 45 minutes, but I'm going to try to get through the recap as quick as I can, and then we'll turn it around and see if anyone has any questions or anything to add, and then we'll wrap it up. But yeah, guys, how about that? That's a lot to be a coincidence, don't you think? Here's your recap. So player 456, he's the star of the show, right? His name is Seung Gi-hun, which equals 456. He's player 456, and they're competing for 45.6 billion Korean won. Not only is Seung Gi-hun 456, but Gi-hun by itself is 456. Squid Game comes out of South Korea. Well, South Korea just got a new president right before Squid Game Season 2 came out. His name is Han Duck-soo, which equals 456. And the same cipher as Seung Gi-hun, 456. Well, if you go back 456 days before Squid Game Season 1 came out, you land on the birthday of Han Duck-soo, the new president of South Korea, whose name equals 456. You go back 456 days before Squid Game Season 1, you land on his birthday. And then we got the news of the new president on December 14th. That was 45 weeks and 6 days before the birthday of player 456. 45 weeks and 6 days. Well, Squid Game Season 1 came out 45 weeks and 6 days after the birthday of player 456, and it came out 45 weeks and 6 days before Obama's birthday. President Barack Hussein Obama equals 456. When Obama announced he was running for president, he was 45 years and 6 months old, 456. More specifically, he was 45 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. Strong's 4566 is Satan. And don't forget, when you listen to Obama's slogan backwards, yes we can, you'll hear thank you Satan. Barack H. Obama equals 456. The fictional birthday of player 456, it's October 31st, 1974. The actor who plays him is Lee Jung-jae. His birthday, December 15th, 1973. That means the fictional birthday, right? The fictional birthday of player 456 is 45 weeks and 6 days after the actor who played him. And then we had Joe Biden, Obama's front man. He fell off the bike on June 18th, which is the birthday of the new president of South Korea, whose name equals 456. And he fell off the bike 456 days after he fell down the stairs of Air Force One. We got the new president 10 months and 18 days before the birthday of 456, 10:18, which connects to Luke 10:18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barak means lightning, Bama the heights. Season 1 came out 10 months and 18 days after the birthday of player 456, and Season 1 came out 10 months and 18 days before Obama's birthday, Mr. 1018. Again, event 201 held on 1018, and we're going to talk about the 201 again in a second. We got the new president 4 months and 11 days after Obama's birthday. Squid Game equals 411. And we also got the new president of South Korea 133 days after Obama's birthday, when South Korea and president both equal 133. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to take a sip of water after talking for an hour straight. 1 second. Hey, Travis, good to see you. Cozy, good to see you. Everybody else in the chat, if I missed you, I'll see you in a second. But thank you guys for being here. And if you're just coming in, please hit that like button. Very much appreciated. The new president of South Korea, Han Duck-soo, he was born June 18th, 1949. The guy who plays player 456, he was born December 15th, 1972. So the new president and player 456, their birth dates are separated by 1,226 weeks and 0 days. Kind of like 12/26. What came out today on 12/26? Squid Game Season 2. Han Duck-soo, the new president, his name is also 666 in addition to the 456. Season 2 starts out, Seung-gi-hun, he hired these guys to try to find the recruiter, and they spot him at Jonggak Station, which equals 163, like Barack Hussein Obama, 163. Seung-gi-hun is talking to another guy he hired, and he says, this is where Se-byok's little brother is. Notice the numbers are 229 and 32. Barack Obama equals 229 and 32. They got the new president and impeached the other one 44 days after the birthday of player 456. Squid Game Season 1 came out 44 days before the birthday of player 456. Squid Game Season 1 came out 44 days after Obama's birthday, Obama number 44. And Season 2 came out today 44 weeks before the birthday of player 456. And when player 456, Seung-gi-hun, wakes up in Squid Game in this season, he rolls over to see who? Number 44 of all the numbers. And then throughout the show, number 44 is often paired up with number 149. Antichrist equals 149. Obama's birthday, the day leaving 149 days left in the year. After or during the last game of the season, Mingle, they got to get into these groups and run into a room before they get eliminated. They all run into, or this particular group of 10, they all run into room number 44, including number 44 runs in there. She runs in there with 456, 222, and 149. All the numbers I talk about all the time. And they all meet up in room 44, like Obama. This guy is one of the stars of the show. All right. He's the detective. He's looking for his brother. His brother is the front man. And his name is Hwang Jun-ho, perfect match to Antichrist in 3 ciphers. The show comes out today, 144 days after Obama's birthday. Antichrist Barack Obama, 144. We had the story of the giant squid that washed ashore in Obama, Japan. Giant squid is a perfect match to Antichrist. And the giant squid washed ashore 216 days after Squid Game came out. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Obama born on the 216th day of the year. Giant squid has a 726 like Antichrist, President Obama, Fallen Angel Obama, the King of Babylon, Yes We Can, Affordable Care Act, Revelation, they're all 726. Squid Game and Barack Obama up for Emmys at the same time. Squid Game was up for 14 nominations, and Obama equals 14. After the first vote, or during the first vote, they show that it's tied, 181 to 181. Barack Obama equals 181. Barack Hussein Obama II equals 181. And when they're voting, all right, this guy here who's up to vote to make it 181 to 181, he's got his mom yelling at him in the background, player 149, saying you better make the right decision, right? So Antichrist equals 149 in the scene with the 181, which is Barack Obama. And then you also have player 149 hanging out with player 222 throughout the show. Those are two of the biggest numbers I talk about with Obama. All right. Again, Antichrist equals 149. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, equals 222. And the newest star of the show, player 222. And this was such a huge confirmation when I found this, guys. I mean, again, I've been telling you guys for years, Squid Game is all connected to Obama. And I've told you guys for years, the biggest number with Obama is the number 222. All right? It's the whole reason I started my channel, the number 222. Squid Game Season 2 released today, 222 days before Obama's birthday. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. Antichrist System, 222. The Beast of Revelation, 222. The word beast equals 222. The list goes on. And here's player number 222 on the cover, right behind player 456. And look at player number 222. By the way, you see 222 standing here next to 456, right? Look. Kim Jun-hee. Perfect match to Squid Game and Freemason. What are the odds? And remember, Obama tested positive for the Wuhan coronavirus 222 days after his birthday. Wuhan coronavirus equals 222. Like Event 201 is 222, the pandemic simulation. Don't forget Trump, the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days from Trump's birthday. And I just said Event 201 equals 222, right? So what's up with the 201? Huge number. So this is Squid Game Season 1. After the first game, 201 players remain. 201. And the host of the game is player number 201. 001. 2 zeros and a 1. The Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. That Old Serpent, 201. King of Babylon, Barack Obama, 201. Well, guess what? In the new season, after the first 2 games, 201 players are eliminated, bringing the total prize money to 20.1 billion won. 201, yet again, both seasons mention the 201, guys. I mean, that's impossible to be a coincidence at this point, considering I've made thousands of videos about the number 201, right? But yeah, in the first game, 91 are killed. Second game, 110 are killed. 201 killed after the first 2 games, bringing the total prize money to 20.1 billion won. 201 in your face. And let's not forget the newest pandemic simulation called Preparing for Disease X. That was held exactly 201 days before Obama's birthday. Don't forget about Event 201, held on 10/18. And Preparing for Disease X was not only 201 days from Obama's birthday, but it was also exactly 201 weeks and 0 days after COVID declared a pandemic. This right here, even if, let's say, the 201 had nothing to do with Squid Game, this right here should make everybody question everything going on right now. Guys, Preparing for Disease X was held by the same people who held Event 201. You're telling me they held a pandemic simulation exactly 201 weeks after COVID was declared a pandemic? 201 weeks and 0 days they have a pandemic simulation by the same people who did Event 201? Hello? These same people did the Clade X pandemic simulation, which was held exactly 666 days before COVID was declared a pandemic. So there's kind of something to these simulations, right? And then again, the main sponsor of Event 201 was William Henry Gates, which equals 201. The full name of the Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201. He lives in Suite 201. The Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from his birthday. He lives in Suite 201 of the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201. Like the Jesuit Order 201. Ignatius of Loyola 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit Order. All right? So 201, a huge number with Obama. and the Jesuits. And here's the director of Squid Game. If you Google his name, this image will pop up with a 201 right behind him. When the new season starts out, they're looking for the recruiter. They find him in Tap Gull Park, which equals 153 and 54, like Jesuit order. A key piece of the show, the front man, his name Huang Inho, has the 144 and 54, like Jesuit order. And then when they're playing the mini games, he decides to do the spinning top, which has the 153, the 144, and the 54, like Jesuit order. And then frontman is 115 and 43, like Lucifer 115, 43, Freemasons 115 and 43. Friend or Foe, that's the last episode of Season 2. It has the 115 and the 56, like Freemasons, is 115 and 56. And here, this is where the recruiter captures the guys that Seung Gi Hun has hired, and he makes them play against each other in Russian roulette. Now, at first, he puts one bullet in the revolver, and he says your odds of survival are a whopping 5 and 6, kind of like 56. And then he puts 5 bullets in there, and then he says now your chances of death are 5 and 6. Okay? So it's a double 56 mentioned. Freemasons, Society of Jesus, that's the Jesuits, they equal 56. Then there's another mention of 56. In episode 6, they count how many people left have a circle that want to keep playing the game. There's 56 of them, all right? Like Freemasons and Society of Jesus. And then don't forget the star of the show, Seung Gi Hun, he's got the 56, like Freemasons. Seung Gi Hun is also 43, like Freemasons 43, and Masonic is also 43. During the second vote, they show that it's tied 33 to 33. Masonry equals 33. The highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree. This is the last game they play in Season 2. It's called Mingle. Mingle equals 33. And during the game, they eliminate everybody in room 33. The show is all about Seung Gi Hun. He was first introduced during the 33rd Squid Game. Okay? The front man. Remember, front man equals Freemasons. He has the last vote. He decides to stay. Right? They don't know he's really the front man. But anyway, his vote to stay, it's the last vote. It's vote number 183. Order out of Chaos 183. And then don't forget in reverse, Order out of Chaos is 222. Like player number 222 is perfect match to Squid Game and Freemason. And then the bottom is from Season 1. At the dinner, they have the black and white checkerboard floor with the triangle. And this is Season 2. Seung Gi Hun is talking to the front man through this pig. And look at the platform that the pig is on. It's a black and white checkerboard floor. And Squid Game, perfect match to Freemason in every cipher across the board. Remember, the people hosting the show, it's a secret society of rich people wearing gold masks, right? Squid Game, perfect match to Freemason. And again, player number 222, Kim Jun-hee, perfect match to Squid Game and Freemason. And then also, in the first episode, he finds out he's marked, chipped, whatever you want to call it. He's got a RFID chip under his skin, Mark of the Beast technology. And then after 201 players are eliminated, they all vote to play one more game. And then notice the gematria of the title of the episode, one more game equals 666. And they vote for one more game after 201 players were eliminated. Wow. Crazy. In Squid Game, Season 2, 201 are eliminated. In Season 1, 201 players remain. Unbelievable. And again, if anyone wants to help out the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. But that is what I got for you guys for now. And, if I find any more, I might make another video or just mention it in a second video. But wow, that is a lot to be a coincidence, guys. I mean, wow. the 456, the 222, the 201. It's all there yet again, guys. All right, let's turn this around. All right, let me check in with the chat. Yeah, I mentioned that. Yep, Honduk Su is also 666. Yep. He's got the 456 and the 666. What are the odds? I mean, not only his name, but the day he became president. You go back 456 days before Squid Game Season 1 came out. You land on his birthday. He became president 45 weeks and 6 days before Player 456's birthday. Squid Game came out 45 weeks and 6 days after Player 456's birthday. You guys, if you came in late, you missed a heck of a show. And you got to go back. If there was ever a show, you got to watch the whole thing. This is it. And if there was ever a video to share with your friends and family or anybody you can, this is it. I need your help, guys. This is like the #1 show in the world. Pretty sure I'm one of the only people in the world to have a decode out on it in general, but I think it's a pretty good decode on top of that. But yeah, the show came out today. I don't think too many people put together a whole decode and got it out. All credit to God, but please help me get this out to as many people as you can. It deserves to be seen. But does anybody else have anything to add? Any questions? Let me know. If not, we will wrap it up. Hey, Mr. White, how you doing? But yeah, I think it's pretty clear, guys. I mean, these are the same numbers I talk about all the time. And I didn't know, I didn't know he was going to wake up in the game, roll over, and see player number 44, and then they all get together in room 44, and, 222 is a big part of it, and the 201, the 456, it's all there. The 149, I'm always talking about the 149. I didn't know player 222 and number 149 were going to be best friends in the show, but I'm always talking about the 222 and the 149. That's because the Antichrist, Barack Obama, equals 222. The show came out today, 222 days from his birthday. He tested positive for Wuhan coronavirus, which equals 222, 222 days from his birthday. And the 149, the word Antichrist, equals 149, and Obama's birthday is the day leaving 149 days left in the year. So I'm always talking about these numbers together, and they were all together again. It's just amazing. Even the 181. How many times have I talked about the 181, right? They just happen to show the vote during the first game, and it's tied 181 to 181, which is Barack Obama 181, Barack Hussein Obama the second 181. So I think it's a pretty good decode, man. I really do. And again, all credit to God. I wouldn't know anything if it weren't for him. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Samantha. Hey, El Paculi. Good to see you. But yeah, guys, I think I'll leave it there for this one. Try to keep it a little short. As short as I can. But yeah, guys, 3 years in the making. Been working on this for 3 years pretty much. And I'm glad it's done. I can take a breath now. But yeah, please share this video with everyone you can. I think it's pretty clear and undeniable. Huge Antichrist confirmation everywhere. It all connects to Obama. This whole Squid Game, it connects to Obama and the Freemasons, right? And remember, Masonic is a perfect match to Lucifer, right? The Masons worship Lucifer, right? And Obama's the Antichrist. So you can see how that would go hand in hand, right? The show Squid Game, all connected to Freemasonry and Obama. What are the odds, right? But yeah, guys, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And please do me a favor. On the way out, please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I will see you guys on the next video. God bless.